Danny Dan is live. Danny Staten here on his own personal little channel, the Danny Staten channel, doing his famous growing show tonight. I appreciate everybody who actually joins me, which I doubt there'll be anybody, right? So we'll play a little song while we're waiting for anybody who actually comes in and wastes their time watching old TV shows from the 70s with Danny Staten here on the Danny Staten channel. And so far, that means nobody, of course. So let's just play a song.
What they say?
Huh?
Some things in
I got hope somebody might actually show
make
up.
you mad. Other things just make you swear and curse. When you're chewing on life's gristle, don't grumble, give a whistle. And this'll help things turn out for the best. Hey, always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the light side of life. If life seems jolly rotten, there's something you forgot, and that's to laugh and smile and dance and sing. When you're feeling in the dumps, don't be silly chumps, just purse your lips and whistle, that's the thing. They always look on the bright side of life. Come on! Always look on the bright side of life. For life is quite absurd, and death's the final word. You must always face the curtain with a bow. Forget about your seat, give the audience a grin. Enjoy it, it's your last chance anyhow. So always look on the bright side of death. Just before you draw your terminal breath. Life's a piece of shit when you look at it. Life's a laugh and death's a joke, it's true. You'll see it's all a show, keep on laughing as you go. Just remember that the last laugh is on you. And always look on the right side of life. Always look on the right side of life. Don't give up. Always look on the right side of life. Always look on the right side of life. Where's that down to see, huh? Always look on the right side of life. You know, you come from nothing, you go back to nothing. What else? Always look on the right side of life. Nothing will come from nothing, you know what I say? You old bugger. There you are. See? The end of the film. Incidentally, this record's available. Always look on the right side of life. Who do you think pays for all this rubbish? Always look on the right side of life. Told you. What's it?
Greetings from South Carolina. Danny Staten here on the Growing Show, whatever the blue hell you call this thing. I'm calling it Monsters on the Prowl tonight because I'm going to show a couple episodes of Monster Squad. I'm going to show Electra Woman and Dinah Girl, maybe. I'm going to show maybe some Land of the Lost. I'm going to show some old really cool cross stuff. You know, the good stuff, as my friend Dave calls it. I want to welcome everybody who actually showed up so far. That's amazing. Big Guy 45, welcome. I love your channel. King of Cleveland, it's good to see you, my friend Jacob. Jacob, I put you something that I hope you think is really cool. In the mail today, my friend, Sunny Stormy, it's great to see you. I appreciate you sharing me out so much. I love all you people in the chat. If you got a big blue wrench, you know I love you and watch your videos quite a lot. Because if I don't love you and don't watch your videos quite a lot, you probably ain't got a wrench. In the Daily Dance chat, it's true. So I'm going to pop up something real quick. And while we wait for a few other people to get in before I start the feature presentation tonight, we'll watch some more vintage commercials from back in the day and give people a chance to get in. How does that sound cool?
Most advanced enamel care. Pronamel repair.
No, I said commercials from back in the day.
Acid weaken enamel.
Y'all have to forget Daddy Dan. Daddy Dan's celebrating lots of cool stuff this week, and I'll probably talk about that later. Michael Marone, you're a moron. I'll probably talk about that too. Everybody knew they shut up tonight because they wanted to hear me roast Michael Marone for being the stupidest human being on the face of the planet.
Everything to let the cool times roll is at
And I love Halloween.
now playing in a store near you.
Are you crazy? No, Johnny, don't.
I got saved.
No, Johnny! Johnny, I'm calling your mother. This isn't funny. He's leaning at you. Johnny! Johnny. Oh, thank goodness. Johnny? Can I have yours?
You get an extra bite in Baby Ruth and Butterfinger because they're bigger than before. But no higher in price. I love an extra bite. Baby Ruth with fudge and nuts and caramel gives you some.
Is that better, you two?
Butterfinger has extra crunchy peanut butter layers and cake.
Hey, I'm King L Monster.
Extra bite. Baby Ruth and Butterfinger.
Hello, Lenny.
Yes, we know. It's very possible Michael Marone could be
Something
the stupidest human on the planet.
Who's there? Something not quite human. Who is that? In Halloween, John Carpenter created a night of absolute fear. Now, he has conjured an evil so intense, not even the dawn can drive it away. The Fog, a study in unrelenting terror. Rated R.
Well, that's truly appreciated, Sonny Stormy. I will return the favor one day.
He looked like any other boy, but as the moon rose, he.
You see, I want the whole screen to show up, so I'm trying to get everything set up. That's why I'm showing these commercials.
Makeup kits.
Y'all have to forgive me. Daddy Dan been drinking. Daddy Dan's celebrating something good that happened today.
Safer than masks. It never blocks vision.
Daddy Dan's celebrating lots of good things that's been happening lately.
Turn into the creatures they really
That looks a lot
are.
better, right? I'm going to see the whole screen. I'm getting it ready. I'm going to fire up something that is so cool in a little bit. And I hope y'all agree with me. I'm going to tell you about it before I start
You
it.
have to help me find my party. What's your rate? 72 beats a minute. I just know that it's in a castle and there's lots of Coors
And
Light.
this is just like the little pre-show thing that gives people a chance to get in. Because I was kind of hoping I'd have a few more people tonight. I dropped a link in the chat where a few friends were in there. And my favorite female in the world, just about it. And my flock isn't even here, and that kind of hurts my feel bad a little bit. I'm going to have to take another drink and maybe smoke a bowl now.
And if you see one, it's probably too late.
Thank you, Mark. I'm sure people want to check that out.
On Christmas Day,
How about dropping Matt Troy's Keto and Wrestling link in the chat and help that brother out?
an American werewolf in Paris.
Now, come on, these are some cool commercials and trailers and stuff.
The right costume driving you
People should be
mad.
enjoying this
With the
stuff.
Mickey Mouse House Halloween sale.
It's Halloween, and I'm showing cool Halloween stuff, man. Come on.
Choose from. Kids' costumes are on sale as low as $4.99. Plus, name your treat and presto, you get fun-size bags for just $1.88. It's all here at Big K's Halloween sale. All in savings so good it's
Brains out.
hurry right in.
Here's a good idea for Halloween. Wrigley's gum. My kids love it, and it's the treat I approve of. It's because I know Wrigley's spearmint, double mint,
Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the live stream, Eric Freeman, the biggest bullshitter on the face of the planet. How many times have I went to meet you and you not show up?
Wrigley's gum is the best idea for Halloween.
Get the wholesome Halloween treat kids love. Wrigley's gum.
Count Micro Machine Man here. I live for the night, so I carry my own light. Micro lights. Touch them like smoke, they really glow, but that's not all. Try these amazing Micro Machines lights on vehicles. They come with a mighty mini building, have real glowing emergency lights and make two sounds. Check out these super micro lights with lights that glow and passengers to go. Where do you play with this light and sound show? The Combat City playset. There's a happening heliport, military lift, pivoting gun turret, and fantastic firing rocket. But you count. In case of a real emergency, get the Emergency City playset. There's the fabulous lighthouse, ambulance station, rear ramp, and helipad. San Virgo Super Micro Machine that's each sold separately from Galoob. Remember, if it doesn't say micro machine, it's not the real thing!
They don't talk about it much in Whoville. But before he stole Christmas, the Grinch haunted Halloween. Watch Halloween's Grinch Night today at 4:30 on TNT.
Okay, well, we'll try again next week.
Halloween munchkins, Dunkin' Donuts. Grab something, see if you can. Stop by Dunkin' Donuts and pick up 50 delicious Munchkins donut hole treats for your Halloween gathering.
Deep down inside every chocolate lover's soul is a beastie. A beastie that hungers for the ultimate chocolate extravaganza. She is bar none. Chocolate wafers, chocolate queen, peanuts, and pure milk chocolate make bar none the only one that will tame the chocolate beastie. This Halloween, Blockbuster Video has a special treat for your whole family. You can take home any of these great Halloween classics for just $7.99. 2 movies and get them for $3.99. Now, if that's not a reason to scream.
So, if anybody wants to hang out with the Daily Dan, you will find me at the Anderson Jockey Lot between 11:30 and 12:30, and at 12 o'clock at high noon, I'll be at my favorite comic book shop, that little gray building in the center of the Anderson Jockey Lot. Hey, Eric Freeman, meet me there and we'll make a video together. Hell, goddamn, if Eric Freeman shows up, I'll be so happy. I will go live from the flea market for the first time ever. How about that, Eric? And you can be my co-host as we walk around the flea market live and make fun of all the putts and goose who are actually there.
Golden pumpkin, partner.
Now you can collect one of 3 different pumpkins with the purchase of every McDonald's Halloween Pumpkin Happy Meal. What you put in them is up to you.
Everyone loves a Saturday night on the town. These guys in particular.
Tookie Dumpster is killing people. Nobody can do a thing about it but us.
Well, YouTube, welcome to the Danny Staten Growing Show. That's right, it's Monsters on the Prowl tonight. We're going to be showing some old Monster Squad episodes and some really cool stuff. And I can see by the chat that everybody really hated them commercials because everybody dropped the hell off. I don't think I'll show no more of them motherfuckers no time soon. Yeah. I appreciate the few people that did come by, and I appreciate everybody who shared out the link. And definitely, Eric, we will meet up. I will be there at 12 noon, high noon. I'll make a video if you're not there talking about how you didn't show up. And I'm looking for it right now, and I'm going to start something that is so weird and so strange. It's called Mephisto. It's episode 2, because last week, remember, I showed episode 1 of the Monster Squad, and people, I thought they loved it. A lot of people stayed, a lot of people watched it. But this one I want you to really check out, because when I watched this before I decided to put it up, it really kind of blew my mind, some of the stuff they said, as they talked about sausages and lubricant. And they had these dolls, these little female life-like puppets. And they were talking about lubricant and sausages. And it was just, I felt really uncomfortable. If I'd been a kid back in 1975 when this came out, I think I'd have been tripping. So I want everybody to pay close attention. I want everybody to watch this episode real close. And if you think there's a lot of sexual in your windows and weird stuff in this made for a children's show from my day and age, let me know in the comments. And if you're watching this back later, let me know in the comments below if they actually show up. As we know, they sometimes don't. Monster Squad, Episode 2, Season 1.
My name's Walt. I work as night watchman here at Fred's Wax Museum to put myself through criminology college. It used to be very lonely until recently when I plugged in my crime computer. Suddenly, oscillating vibrations brought to life 3 legendary monsters. Dracula, the werewolf, and Frankenstein. Creatures hated and feared for centuries, now determined to make up for their past misbehaving by fighting crime wherever they find it. Together, we're the Monster Squad. Delighted that you're here for this momentous occasion.
Oh, it is my pleasure. It's entirely my pleasure. I wouldn't miss any opportunity to pay tribute to my predecessor, the former Mayor Knightley. He was one of the finest men that ever lived.
My sentiments exactly, Mr. Mayor.
Oh, here I am talking. I didn't come here to make a speech. Well, actually, I did.
And we're all looking forward to your speech, Mayor Goldwyn.
Well, it should be very short and succinct. One of the... Let's see, now, where are my notes? Here we go. My fellow citizens.
Could we speak to you a minute, Your Honor?
Well, actually, no. I'm about to make a very short and succinct speech. Why, certainly.
Walk this way.
This way.
Ladies and gentlemen, His Honor, our Mayor.
Now it is time to unveil the statue of our former mayor. Now there stands the replica of a crook, a blackguard and a scoundrel, a man who had his hand in everybody's pocket. Look at those shifty little eyes. Look at that cruel mouth. There stands a man whose name was a household word. Think. Thank you, fellow citizens.
I can't understand this. What could have possessed our Metro Mayor Goldwyn to have vilified his predecessor that way? Just witnessed a very mystifying situation. For example, Mayor Goldwyn just called former Mayor Knightley a thief and a blackguard.
Oh, that's not so terrible for a mayor.
I remember the mayor of Transylvania. He was a real crook. He would steal a fly from a blind spider. You guys don't seem to get what I mean. At first, he said real neat things about Mayor Knightley. Then, those beautiful girls took him behind the curtain, and when he came back, he was a changed person. Now, what could they do to influence him?
Keep admiring my work, baby and Ollie. It demonstrates your innate good taste.
Mr. Mephisto, you are wonderful. No one could tell Even I couldn't tell. And I'm a doll.
I am the greatest doll maker in the world. Especially the underworld here. Take this wire and attach it to the mayor doll. I'll take the other end and attach it to this typewriter. There. With my diabolical mind, I can make this doll say anything I wish it to say.
My fellow citizens, as your mayor, I have some good news and some bad news for you. First, the bad news. All of the property taxes in the city will be raised 1,000%. And now for the good news. I am graciously permitting a full 24 hours in which to pay.
Aren't I the devil?
Mr. Mephisto, you are the rottenest, the meanest, the most
Thank you,
despicable.
thank you, thank you. And those are my good qualities. Listen to this.
And what is more, if all of the money is not paid in full within 24 hours in cash, all of the properties will be foreclosed and sold to the highest bidder.
Thank you, Your Honor. Now you can go back to City Hall and talk to the people.
Go back to City Hall and talk to the people.
No.
Ice Steve Garvey, picture of Johnny Bench.
Your turn. And no cheating now. Good evening, Officer McMack. How are things on your feet? Terrible.
Laddie Buck is strange out there. I have here a copy of last year's tax bill.
Oh, yeah?
And you'll notice that this year's bill is much larger.
The tax has been raised to $5,000. Now, ain't that a kick in the head? Poor Mrs. Teller will never be able to pay that. Who ordered this? The mayor, would you believe it? He seems to have changed overnight. Well, he's not the only one. How about our chief of police? This morning he gave his very own wife a speeding ticket. Well, if she was speeding, she was walking. Officer McMack, I have a theory about these strange goings-on.
Yeah?
Yes. Apparently, our public officials are under the influence of some strange and malevolent force.
Oh, yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth.
However, they are our duly elected officials, and the law must be obeyed.
When you're right, you're right.
Poor Mrs. Tallow. You know, she might have to close down the museum, and I'll be out of a job.
Oh, yeah, but you won't be the only one. I mean, all these places around here have to close. And the businesses all go bankrupt. The people are going to lose their homes, their automobiles. Everybody will be on relief. Well, have a good day. It's a nice touch. That was close.
You guys, this situation is drastic. The Wax Museum may have to close down. We may all be out of work. Follow me. Now, it all started when those girls took the mayor behind the curtain.
I noticed something weird about those girls. A distinct aroma of lubricating oil.
Good news. Put that in the computer. Computer? Lubricating oil.
Hey, squad. This might be a clue. One of the girls were drinking out of this glass. And look, no fingerprints.
No fingerprints.
I also noticed something very strange. The distinct absence of a jugular vein.
Are you sure they had no jugular vein?
Of course I'm sure. That's the first thing I look for in a woman.
No jugular vein. Pardon me, computer. Jugular vein. There's something else. When the mayor and those girls came out from behind the curtain, I noticed their eyes were blinking at the exact same rate. 18.6 times per minute. That could mean something. All right, let's see what the computer tells us.
What does it say, Walt?
Behind every man, there's a doll.
Dumb machine. Ask for more information.
Right. More information. Let your fingers do the walking, and don't call me dumb. Let your fingers do the walking. Aha!
Dolls. Look under life-size dolls.
Here's one. Life-size dolls that can do anything at all. Sid and Marty Kraft.
It couldn't be them. Sid and Marty have gone straight after their last caper.
They're no dummies.
Here's another one. Mephisto's Dollhouse and Sausage Factory, 382638 Broad Street.
That's more like it.
All right, you men know what to do.
Sure.
Wow. Get over there right away.
Let's go, squad.
Marvelous. My plan is working to perfection.
Yeah, the mayor doll is really delivering the goods. He's got the townspeople scared to death. They know if they don't pay out, they'll lose everything.
What's called being between the devil and the deep blue sea?
We're on Broad Street. That doll store must be around here somewhere. There's Drac. Put over here.
Well, I've got all the information. The doll maker store is downstairs and the living quarters are upstairs.
All right. You and I will go into the store and pretend to be customers. You go around back. Gee. This is a creepy neighborhood.
Gentlemen, may I serve you?
I'm going to buy a paper doll that I call my own.
The one that other fellows cannot steal.
I've heard that before. Don't I know you gentlemen from somewhere?
Oh, not me. But perhaps you've seen my friend on Let's Make a Deal.
Boy, you sure got some dolls in this dollhouse.
Oh, I just love a man with a complexion like yours. It's so perfectly pasty. Where did you ever get such broad shoulders?
Well, you see, when I was...
They're both sleeping like babes. May I compliment you both on your efficiency?
It was easy. They were like putty in our hands. You can do anything with a guy if you're a doll.
The beginning rounds. Baby doll. Turn on my Mephisto handy-dandy self-cleaning sausage maker. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
All right, already, stop yelling. I'm not dead.
she pulls that lever, you will both be fed into my Mephisto handy-dandy self-cleaning sausage maker. I will turn into a frankfurter. I mean frankfurter. And you...
A blood sausage.
Now, come on, you gotta love this old show. We're talking about lubricant sausage makers.
How do you like those two guys sleeping on the job and on a conveyor belt yet? A conveyor belt! Oh, what?
I'm sorry, Walt, but orders is orders. Mrs. Tallow can't pay the taxes, and I've got to padlock this place.
Oh, please, Officer McMack, just give me a little more time. Just 2 minutes.
No.
Sir, please, I'm expecting a very important message. Word that could very well shed light on this catastrophic situation and save our city from an ignoble fate. Or words to that effect.
Oh, I'm sorry, lad. If it was up to me, I'd let you. But it's the mayor's orders. I've got to padlock every building on this block.
But to close an institution like this, a wax museum is vital to children's education.
Oh, if you think that's bad, lad, I've got to get down to the orphans' home and evict them. Oh, those poor little homeless children. They'll really be homeless now.
I didn't think so.
Track, I just thought of something. What? Why don't you turn into a bat and you can fly out of here and get some help?
I've already tried that, but the devil does all the black magic has me in its spell.
Oh, it's no use. I can't get Walt to answer me. Well, I gotta take matters into my own paws. Hi, Frank.
You ruined your handy-dandy self-cleaning sausage maker.
Hey, do you know how much those things cost?
your surrender.
Drat! The forces of good have again surmounted the bastion of evil. But you haven't heard the last of Mephisto. I will return!
All right, tie him up and we'll deliver them to the proper authorities. But be vigilant. These dolls still maintain their magical prowess.
I get an idea, Walt. We could put the pillowcases over their heads.
Good idea!
It's not that you're ugly, my darling. It's just that we cannot take chances.
Here is some more. Mayor Goldwyn! What are you doing here, Mayor?
Save your breath, Bruce. That is not the mayor.
Not the mayor. Sure looks like him.
I was fooled for a moment, too. Actually, this is a life-size doll fashioned in the mayor's own likeness by this calculatingly clever doll maker. All right, where's the real mayor?
I'll never tell. My lips are sealed. Okay.
Where is he?
Behind that arch.
Okay, Frank, you and Bruce stay with him. Drac, let's go get our mayor. Untie him, Drac. And you better hope he's all right.
He is still mesmerized, Walter. What are we going to do?
Okay, Mephisto, break that spell or I'll sick the Wolfman on you.
Okay. Ibbity bibbity bobbity boo. When I snap my fingers, out of the spell comes Y-O-U.
Where am I? What happened? Where did all this money come from? Honestly, I don't know anything about that money. I never saw that money before in my life. Honest, I am not a crook. Honest.
We know you're innocent, Mayor Goldwyn. These ruthless criminals are responsible for bilking our good citizens out of their hard-earned money. But it's all over for them now.
You have my heartfelt thanks, all of you.
Okay, guys, get those dolls. Well, Mr. Mayor, once again, good has triumphed over evil, and justice has been restored to her pedestal. Boy, this commendation from the mayor of our city sure is impressive. Be it known that for all time, this city will be indebted to that heroic threesome known as the Monster Squad, wherever they may be.
So, YouTube, as you watch that show, did you catch what I was talking about at the beginning of the show? You know, where they were talking about sausages and lubricant and stuff. I got a lot of innuendos in them episodes. If you found innuendos in them episodes, let me know in the comments below or in the chat if you're watching live. I want to welcome my real good friend, Chad Smith. Thank you for coming. Paranormal Highway Eric. Hey, Eric, guess what? I've got you a gift. I need your address. Can you try to get it to me? If you check with my flock, Sarah, she'll be able to get you my phone number and my address or whatever you need. Sunny Stormy, welcome. And it's so good to see King Colin Jess Islips. And by the way, King Colin Jess Islips is a great guy. He has been one of my first subscribers. When I had like 10 subscribers, you know what? There showed up King Colin Jess Islips. Islips. However the hell you say your name, dude. He's a really good dude, though. He's a really cool kid. And he's been I call him a little friend of mine for years. When we do these trivia game things, I usually give him my points if he's in the game. Because he's like my little buddy. Hey, did anybody catch all the cool stuff I gave away this week? Well, I'm going to show you some of the stuff I gave away and play one of my own videos, and then I'll play another show. So everybody just kick back, fire you up a little bow, have you a little drink. I got to mix me another one, you know. It's been a long day for Daddy Dan. I've been fighting the post office for 2 days straight as I mailed 154 total packages out. Earlier, I saw Jacob Turpin in the chat, and if you're still watching, Jacob, you've got a package in the mail. It's true. And I've got a couple of cool things I want to send up to my friend Eric at Paranormal Highway. I wished I had your address. It would already be in the mail. But I did a lot of wrestling stuff this week and gave it away. So check out this video from my Daddy Dan's The Good Stuff channel, and I recommend everybody subscribe to that channel. I do a lot of cool stuff over there, and I'm trying to do a little bit more original content where I show you some good stuff collectibles as well as movie trailers. Really cool music. I just put up a Johnny Cash concert. You should check that out. It was the last one he ever did. I've got a really cool Cyndi Lauper concert over there. And on Saturdays, if you like paranormal stuff like my friend Paranormal Highway does, you can check out my Sasquatch Saturday episodes, and maybe after my show on 13 o'clock live on the Daily Dan blog, where I talk about Bigfoot and cryptids, I'll show some of my Sasquatch Saturday stuff. As you know, Paranormal Highway, if you check it out on my 13 o'clock live show on Saturday nights, I usually show some of your cartoons and talk about you quite a bit.
Greetings, YouTube. Danny Staten here on Daddy Dan's The Good Stuff, and I'm talking good stuff tonight. It's Sunday night, and I'm hard at work, and I thought you people out there in YouTube land might like to see some really cool stuff. Dan's got a whole pile of really cool collectibles in a couple of different genres laid out here. I got on this big country thing, and I'm checking them out. I'm going to send all this stuff out tomorrow. It's true, but before I did, I thought, since I was getting rid of a bunch of stuff, I would document it for YouTube. Let you see how cool the Daily Dan is. That's right. I give stuff away, and a bunch of people have sent me comic books. A bunch of people have sent me really cool stuff. And I think it's time I sent them some cool stuff back, right? Check this out. I bet my friend Dave Sunstorm would love these original collector Osmonds. Osmond family. Excuse the big hand. The Osmond family trading cards. Yeah, I guess it's easier just to do it like that. That way you don't see the big freaking giant hand. And it's like giving you a little quick pop look at some original Osmond trading cards from 1974. Why anybody would want original Osmond trading cards from 1974 is a little beyond me. Not me, but I think my friend Dave Sunstorm, he would probably like them. And I'm thinking some collectors out there in YouTube land would probably like them too. That's right, the Osmonds. With all their gold records, because the Osmonds could sing. I didn't know they had that many gold records. And if you buy enough packs of bubblegum, you can make a Dottie Osmond poster. I've got one of these. It's just one pack of the bubblegum cards. If I took time to look at each one of these items individually, this video would probably go on for about 25 minutes, but I'm trying to get it done quickly, 4 or 5 minutes, right? So let's move on really quick. Get these wrestling action figures out. I got the minis. I've got the big ones. I got some Stone Cold Zombie. No. Is it Stone Cold Zombie and Stone Cold Elite? Yeah, that's cool. I got these little figures here. This is like a little Hornswoggle, a little Charlotte Flair, and a little bitty Roman Reigns. But it ain't from that series of the small ones. It's from a different one. Check out this plaque of the rowdy one, Roddy Piper. And this is really cool. Hold on. This is in pretty good shape. The wrapping is still real good on it. It's a Roddy Piper entrance grade. From back in the day, it's a real old Roddy Piper figure. And if you somewhere in here, press the button, Roddy plays bagpipe music. I'm glad he still works. You just gotta get to that little button. That little button's hard to get to. And I'm gonna send this out to my real good friend Matt Trossy up in New York City. He's on my list of people I thought I'd send something cool to. I kinda owe that boy one. So I'm sending him out Roddy Piper action figure. It's true. You can probably watch him unbox it one day on his channel. And I just had to take time to show off this bad boy. It really did. Check this out. These are complete sets
well, I wouldn't say completeness, but 90% complete sets of some wrestling trading cards. From back in the day, old wrestling trading cards. I bet all my collector friends really like taking a look at these old wrestling trading cards. I even got some WWF in here from back in the day. This is a set. As a matter of fact, I put this book together tonight to give away to a friend. And it's just loaded full of wrestling cards. And guess what? I'm probably not gonna take much time showing all the really cool stuff. If you want to look, you can pause because I gotta go fast because I got more stuff to get to, right? Oh, I got sidetracked. Whoa, I like China. She was always cool. And I'm showing you wrestling trading cards. The Hot Divas edition. I gotta mail this thing out tomorrow. I really do. And it just goes on. And after the wrestlers, I threw in some stars, some rock stars, some Elvis Presley. Just kind of to pad the book out and have some other stuff besides wrestling in it. And I did all that. And that's cool too. So for the guy that's getting it, he's really going to be happy because I included wrestling ticket stubs. That's right. Classic wrestling ticket stubs from actual events in wrestling from the history. And some go back to the 60s, I think, in that old ticket. Yeah, people like little pieces of wrestling history. So I included several ticket stubs from back in the day. But don't think that the few little ticket stubs I put in cost me. Daily Dan has ticket stubs going back to every wrestling event I about ever went to in my whole life. And some concerts too. There's a Starcade ticket where Ric Flair fought Dusty Rhodes. I wonder what year that was. I think that was what? Wow, Starcade, Dusty, Ric Flair, what, 84, 85? And I finished the book out. Yes, I did. With hundreds of real original wrestling pictures. Probably only one-of-a-kind prints. I doubt there's too many of these out here. Picturing Jimmy the Boogie Woogie Man Bang, Chris Benoit, Dusty Rhodes, Ultimate Warrior, Tommy Rich, and so many others. And so many others. Well, let's move on. And another lucky person who's a subscriber to my channel will be getting the Star Trek collection. A set of Star Trek action figures, Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock, Leonard Nimoy, based on the original TV series. They'll also be getting this wonderful picture, this 8x10 glossy of William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy as Kirk and Spock. And also to throw in a deal, I happen to have two of these. See? I did two original Gold Key comic books, Star Trek, first series with the Enterprise cover. I'm going to throw that in that box for that dude. I got a bunch of superhero crap over here I got to finish boxing up. Yeah. I hate it when I buy two of the same book. And you'd be surprised how often that happens to me. I didn't even get to the 100 tons of Batman stuff, including this really cool Batgirl comic book I picked up that's got all the original Batgirl editions of the original Batgirl comics. Well, I guess that's enough for now. I went longer than I meant to. And that's some of the cool stuff I'm mailing out. I done got 4 or 5 boxes boxed up. And so everybody knows that I'm sending out the cool stuff this week. Expect your boxes in the mail if you are one of the ones who sent me your address or sent me something cool. Till next time, this is Danny Staten. On Daily Dan's The Good Stuff Sunday Night Special. Blog over, kiddies. That's one of my new videos from Daily Dan's The Good Stuff, where you can find me talking about collectible stuff. You can see cool movie trailers. You can see music. You can just see everything that we call the good stuff in the good stuff community. I dropped my friend Dave Sunstorm's link in the channel. He's the leader of our good stuff community. And sometime after I get done with this main show I'm doing right now, you can rest assured that I will show a Dave Sunstorm video. You can rest assured that I'll show some other cool stuff. And if you join me Saturday night on 13 o'clock live on the Daily Dan blog, You can rest assured I'll show you some other cool stuff, including that cartoon I've been showing every week, just about it, from the Paranormal Highway. I see him in chat. And you should definitely check out the Paranormal Highway. You'll find his link somewhere in the chat. Somebody will probably drop it now that I mentioned it exactly at this point, if they're really smart. Oh, God, did I say that out loud? I'm sorry, guys. And we're going to move it on along as we show really cool old shows from the 70s. Mostly Croft Brothers stuff because, you know, they're about my favorites. And I hope y'all enjoy these real old shows when I bring them out. We'll get back to the Monster Squad shortly. I'll be showing another episode of that. But since we were doing dolls and dummies, I thought the best thing to do was be bust out one of my favorite old shows. You know, the one I like a lot. The one called The Original Ghostbusters.
Okay, you can come out now, Phantom.
It's good to be back, Elmo.
Have to excuse me for a minute as I reset this a little bit. There you go. I like it in the middle a
No,
little
thanks,
bit
I
better.
already have one.
What are you taking for it?
Make me an offer.
Now, wait a minute. What are we doing our old act for? We came back on important business, didn't we?
Yeah, to settle the score with those three creeps, Patsy, Maxie, and Nijinsky. Boy, laying off being a ghost didn't help at all. You still move your mouth when I talk.
Now, wait a minute. Slapsy, Maxie, and Nijinsky. Two song and dance men and a clown in an ape suit. We were big stars before they came along.
We're the Ghostbusters. I'm Spencer. He's Tracy. I'm Kong. We're the Ghostbusters. We're clever, courageous, and strong. Your sleep has been haunted with whispers and rattlings. Your blood has been curdled. We know what to do. Your skin has the creepies and wonder what's happening. You're safe in our hands. We will take care of you. We're the Ghostbusters. Spirits and demons beware. The Ghostbusters. Wherever you're hiding out there. We know what you're up to. We're ready for anything. We're bold and we're fearless and never afraid. We're always prepared. We're right there with everything. With us on the job, trouble soon fade. The Ghostbusters do it again.
Let me ask you a question, young fella. Who's purple and does card tricks? I give up. Who's purple and does card tricks? Merlin the Great.
What are you two clowns doing anyway?
Oh, well, our bowling league is going to throw their annual variety show. And I'm going to do a voice throwing act. All right, young man, let me ask you something. What's your daddy's name? Ben. What's your mama's name? Anna. What's your name? Banana. And Tracy here is going to be the dummy.
Well, you had better wear labels so they will know which is which. Oh, you couldn't scare me out of your face.
Boy, it ain't easy being a ventriloquist.
What's the matter? Put a strain on your throat?
No, my leg keeps falling asleep. Sure wish it'd wake up.
Sure you weren't around when they hung the Liberty Bell?
You want to see the rest of our act?
I can hardly wait.
Music, maestro, please. music. Well, if the way you twirled the canes, you weren't bad. Well, we gotta find ourselves a tap dancing teacher.
Well, first, let's go get our next ghost busting assignment. You clowns.
You know, I can't wait for that bowling league show to begin. I got showbiz on the brain.
Yeah, and you're playing to an empty house.
He don't appreciate us troopers, right, Trace? Hey, maybe we can stop by the Tin Can Alley building, find ourselves a tap dancing teacher.
Drive on, Trace.
Oh, God.
I'm losing my touch. I used to be able to drink a glass of water and keep you talking at the same time. Yeah, but you always use smaller glasses. Well, even with my timing off, we're still better than Slapsy, Maxie, and Nijinsky. And their crummy act.
Yeah, and once we find him, we'll expose the guy in the ape suit. And the audiences will desert him like flies.
Come on. Let's get down to the Tin Can Alley building and hang around. Sooner or later, most showbiz acts show up there.
Or what if we're spotted?
Are you kidding?
The Tin Can Alley building.
All right, now let's get this tap dancing teacher business over with and then go get our next assignment. All right.
Oh, Twinkle Toes Harlots. Dance lessons. Room 204.
Okay, now you know where they are. You can call them when we get back to the office. Let's go.
That's a toll call.
It's on 12th Street. It's in the same area. Now, come on, you can drop me at the barber shop.
That was him. Slapsy, Maxie, and Nijinsky.
It didn't look like them.
How many guys you know running around in an ape suit? They're probably taking dancing lessons to sharpen their act.
You're right. And we even know where their office is.
Trace, get the tape. Oh, play it.
This is Zero, Ghostbusters. Your next assignment is to stop the ghost of the Phantom of Vaudeville and his partner before they find Slapsy, Maxie, and Nijinsky.
Slapsy, Maxie, and Nijinsky. They must be secret agents or something.
There's a secret, all right, but it has nothing to do with agents. This tape will self-destruct in 20 seconds.
20 seconds? Wow. You should have counted by tens. Hey, why did you go to the barber's? You don't look like you got your hair cut.
Sure I did. All right, so tell me, what is this secret that Zero mentioned?
Well, I don't know. He didn't tell me.
Wonder what the secret could be. Oh, the secret is here in the society column? Who is a certain Miss Y who has been seen with Mr. X at what restaurant where you know who hangs out?
Spencer, Tracy, and Kong. Ghostbusters. This isn't their office either.
We've checked every other office on 12th Street. This has to be theirs.
Yeah. Maybe they changed their game. And their act.
It's them, all right.
Why, you're you're thinking about the assignment, I'll call the tap dancing teacher. That's funny. Oh, operator. What a lovely voice you have. Ralph. Well, Ralph, would you get me the Twinkle Toes Horowitz dance suit? Twinkle Toe and Elmo at your service. The bucket wing is our big thing. The time step too, we love to do. Your partner there, Elmo? Yeah, he's kind of small to be a dance teacher, ain't he? Why, he teaches the regular courses. I teach the short course. And now let's start our first lesson. Sir, if you'll take off that egg suit. Sorry, just a little joke, friend. Just a little joke. He's got a thing about wearing that egg suit. We gotta take it off. He must weigh a ton when he takes a bath. Well, we've got to get the suit off. There must be a back zipper. And now, friends, we'll start with our first lesson. Dance is as easy as 1, 2, 3, 4. You can all count 4, can't you? Right. All right, friends, just follow me. Da 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 da. Miss the zipper. Uh-oh, time to shuffle off to Buffalo. What a great finish for an act! Well, now, the closest I can figure, he's trying to tell us about Cinderella and her dentist meeting the hunchback of Notre Dame.
No.
No?
No. I think what he's trying to tell us is that those two who just left are the Phantom of Vaudeville and his dummy partner, Elmo. That, all right? Good, thanks. Now, go look in the files under Phantom of Vaudeville.
Phantom. F.
Right, good thing.
F. this cabinet.
It says right here that the Phantom and his dummy Elmo were put out of business by an act called Slapsy, Maxie, and Nijinsky. 3 three guys. One of them wearing an ape suit.
That's what they thought we were.
Uh-huh. It also says that the Phantom and Elmo were big stars, and that they lived in that big castle on the other side of town.
What are you nervous about? What are you asking me for? It's your hand that's shaking. Oh, yeah. I'm still nervous about trying to get that ape suit off Nijinsky. He acted like a real gorilla when I tried to pull off the back zipper. It was close. Even I was perspiring from the thought of it. Yeah. Let's take off our masks and wipe our brows. Are you nuts or something? You know that's the only way to send us back to Ghostville. You're right. The only way to send a Phantom back is to unmask him.
Got the ghost kid? Yeah, we may need that ghost dematerializer real quick. Spence, how are we going to get in there?
Why don't you just say something like open sesame like Alibaba?
I love this stuff. I don't care what nobody says.
There's a big room down at the end of the hall. They must be in there. That's what I just said. Okay, Phantom. The curtain is coming down. All right, come on. You have to take me so literally.
Do that? The dematerializer ray went right through them.
These clowns ain't Slapsy, Maxie, and Nijinsky. They really are Ghostbusters.
Yeah, that sign in their office door was for real.
All of a sudden, I ain't mad at Slapsy, Maxie, and Nijinsky no more. Now I'm mad at people who go around busting ghosts.
Let's get it!
You heard him. Now they're after us instead of Slapsy, Maxie, and Nijinsky. He's got an idea.
He's always got an idea.
Hats!
Yes, one thing, Trace.
What else you got in there? Cane!
Hey,
Yes, boy.
I know the same. I know.
All right.
When we played the palace, we were stars upon the stage. We had them in the aisles twice a day. We got no time for ghosts, cause we're the hit of both coasts.
I'm Slapsy.
I'm Maxie.
I'm Nijinsky.
We knocked them dead and pulled our cannon. Gosh, we were tops. We packed them in Walla Walla too. We ain't chasing no ghosts, cause we're the continent's toast.
I'm Slapsy.
I'm Maxie.
I'm Nijinsky.
We were stars upon the stage. We had them in the aisles twice a day. Pardon us if we boast, we're even big with the ghosts.
I'm Slapsy.
I'm Maxie.
And I'm Nijinsky. Ghostbusters, all right.
Yeah, the real Slapsy, Maxie, and Nijinsky were never that bad.
What do we do now?
I don't know. They're immune to the ghost dematerializer. Let's go. Come on.
We've got two ghosts we don't know what to do with. And he's catching up on his reading.
Oh, it says here that the only way to send a phantom's ghost back to the beyond is to unmask him. Mr. Phantom, your clock has just struck midnight. Trace, go get him.
That's the secret Zero was talking about.
So long, suckers. One of these days, I'm going to be able to pass a lap without sitting on it.
Say goodbye, Elmo.
Goodbye, Elmo.
Well, at least he went out to a standing ovation. Oh, now you want to play dummy, huh? All right. What's your daddy?
Ben,
What's your mommy's name?
Anna,
What's your name?
Spencer. You know my name is Spencer. We've been busting ghosts for
Really,
years.
Spence? Sometimes
Am I right or wrong?
Well, that takes care of the Phantom of Vaudeville and Elmo.
Yeah, they won't be bothering us anymore.
Now, you don't think that I was going to believe that ghost was talking? Oh, can't talk, huh? Lost your voice. Rehearsing your act, I suppose? Well, now, wait a minute. Spence lost his voice. How?
Say goodbye, Con.
Goodbye, Cole.
God, YouTube, I hope you enjoyed that great old episode of the Ghostbusters. And I want to appreciate everybody in chat, Paranormal Highway, Wally's World, Chad Smith, and the other two people that actually come. Oh my God. When you're watching this back in the replay, and I hope you do, well, I'm not sure you will, be sure to check out my friend Ian over at Retro Stereo. I have dropped his link in the chat. And as promised, I'm going to play something really cool from my friend Dave Sunstorm. And you'll find his link in the chat too. Dave Sunstorm is the leader of our Good Stuff community. And I'm a member of the Good Stuff community. I'm a member on the Daily Dance to Good Stuff. And be sure to check that out, and you'll find that link in the chat too. And I do all kinds of cool stuff on Daily Dance to Good Stuff. One day you'll see this kind of stream on Daily Dance to Good Stuff. It's just kind of on here now because I can't stream on my Good Stuff channel yet. So we're going to get Dave Sunstorm up here, and he's going to tell us some stuff about the TV show from the 70s, which is what I do here,
When I was 10 years old,
called Land of the Lost. And there's videos like this is the best reason I can say to subscribe to my friend Dave Sunstorm. Because when it comes to the good stuff and talking about nostalgic classic old TV shows, nobody does it better than my friend Dave.
Saturday morning kid show.
He's based.
Produced by the fine folks over at Sid and Marty Croft Productions, this show was a little different than their previous efforts. This time the stakes were higher, as the Marshall family are transported from our world to another one where prehistoric dangers are around every corner. As a kid, I ate this stuff up. The show ran for 3 seasons, 14 43 episodes in all, which if you're familiar with any of the other Sid and Marty Krofft shows, that's the equivalent of a show running for 10 years or more. Sid and Marty usually only had their shows run for a single season, or maybe two if it was super popular, and then they'd move on to the next project and find ways to repackage the old stuff over and over. Great examples of this are shows like The Bugaloos, Lidsville, and Electra Woman and Dinah Girl. But Land of the Lost definitely deserved a second season and a third season. It was just that popular. Sid and Marty would later include Land of the Lost in their syndicated Krofft Super Show package, and reruns would also find their way back to network television again in the 80s, finding a whole new audience of fans. So now that we've established well enough that Land of the Lost was a pretty cool show, let me take a couple of minutes and share with you 5 things that I didn't know until very recently that you may not know either. Number 1, although uncredited, Star Trek alumnus David Gerrold, writer of the classic episode The Trouble with Tribbles, was heavily involved in the creation of this show. As a Season 1 story editor, Gerrold, along with Alan Fushko, helped with the development of scripts and helped to flesh out the simple kids show concept that the brothers Sid and Marty Krofft had come up with. In fact, a number of well-respected writers in the science fiction field contributed scripts to the series, including Larry Niven, Theodore Sturgeon, and Ben Bova. And along with Gerrold, a number of other Star Trek people were involved, such as D.C. Fontana and Walter Koenig. Number 2, hey, that's not Rick Marshall. Yep, Uncle Jack ended up keeping an eye on Will and Holly during Season 3 due to a contract dispute with actor Spencer Milligan. Milligan not only wanted a raise, but he wanted to be compensated for the use of his image on the merchandise being sold to kids everywhere. Instead of addressing Milligan's concerns, the decision was made to send Rick back to Earth, and through a series of convoluted events, transport his brother Jack, who had been dutifully searching for the Marshalls, into their alternate reality. Veteran actor Ron Harper, hey, I remember him from the TV version of Planet of the Apes, was brought on board to play Uncle Jack. Number 3, when ABC remade the series in 1991 with a different family, the Porters, the character of the beautiful jungle girl Krista was originally intended to be Holly Marshall, still trapped in this prehistoric reality. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, the deal with Kathy Coleman, the actress who played Holly in the original series, never got made, and as a result, the character was rewritten to be Krista, a girl who came from 1960s San Francisco and was transported into the Land of the Lost when she was very young. Number 4, that 2009 movie starring Will Ferrell, well, the Krofft brothers aren't that fond of it. I guess that shouldn't be too much of a surprise because most people aren't in love with that movie, and critics absolutely hated it, citing it as a low point in Will Ferrell's career. Still, I didn't mind it. Not a masterpiece, but there were moments that were mildly amusing. And last but not least, at number 5, we've got the Krofft brothers who are hard at work developing a new version of the show for television. This time they promise it's going to be even more serious, and each episode will be an hour long. Boy, I hope they really pull it off. That would be awesome. I also hope that this remake involves the Marshall family, all of them. Rick, Will, and Holly, and what the heck, maybe even Uncle Jack. So there you go. Are you a fan of Land of the Lost? If so, which version? The 70s version, the 90s version, or maybe even the Will Ferrell movie? It's okay if you liked it. I did. Let me know in the comments section.
Okay, Dave, we appreciate that. That's my friend Dave Sunstorm. You know, he's the Good Stuff community leader here, where we do the good stuff on the Good Stuff channels, like Daddy Dance the Good Stuff, Retro Cereal, and my incredibly cool friend, Thrash Pondo Ponds. Be sure to check out all of the Good Stuff guys. Hey, I know a secret. Did y'all know Dave Sunstorm? My friend Dave. He's got a brother. It's true. Dave Sunstorm has a brother named Steven Sunstorm. And I don't know why people don't talk about Steven Sunstorm more often. Because he's like his brother Dave. He does some good stuff. He's part of the good stuff community. As a matter of fact, he just did a video a few months ago about Ghostbusters. You know, and I love Ghostbusters stuff. And he was like, how well do you know Ghostbusters? And he got me on some stuff because I didn't know Ghostbusters as good as I thought I did. So let's find out if you people watching this stream now know Ghostbusters as good as you think you do. Especially since you just watched an old episode of the Ghostbusters. See how I did that there? So let's check out Dave Sunstorm's brother from the Steven Sunstorm channel. And I'll be sure to put that link in the chat if you want to check out Dave's brother. And I swear I don't hear people talk about Dave's brother too often, but they should. Because Dave's brother, Steven Sunstorm, is just like Dave. He does the good stuff. So we're going to check him out. We're going to watch a Steven Sunstorm video. I'm going to drop his link in the chat. And if you like Steven like you do Dave, be sure to give him a sub. And that's all I ask here on the Danny Staten channel. When I do a show and grow, I drop a lot of links in the chat. And all I ask is you go check out the channel. If you like it, sub. If you don't, fuck it. Because I'm not like a sub for sub channel. I'm a growing show. We showcase other channels. I showcase stuff I like, stuff you like. Give you a chance to see some other stuff. Drop links in the chat. If you're here and you're blue, drop your link in the chat so you can grow too. People like you, they will subscribe. If they don't, well, I guess you're screwed.
Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. In 1984, Ghostbusters hit theaters and quickly became a huge hit, grossing over $240 million as the top grossing movie of the year, beating out other such hits as Beverly Hills Cop and Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Today, let's put your knowledge to test to see how well you remember this iconic movie. Ghostbusters was written by two of the film's actors. Was it Rick Moranis and Bill Murray, Harold Ramis and Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray, or Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis? If you chose Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis, you are correct. Now, Dan Aykroyd also has writing credits on The Blues Brothers, Spies Like Us, and Dragnet, just to name a few. Bill Murray played the role of Dr. Peter Venkman. However, during the writing for the movie, Aykroyd and Ramis originally envisioned the role being played by someone else. Was it John Candy, John Belushi, Steve Martin, or Chevy Chase? If you chose John Belushi, you were correct. However, after John Belushi's death, the part was rewritten for Bill Murray. What is the name of the weapon that the Ghostbusters used to catch ghosts and lower them into a trap? Is it laser streams, proton pack, neutron pack, or the Red Ryder 2000? Proton pack is the correct answer, and if you remember, you should never cross the streams. What is the name of the shape-shifting god of destruction that the guys face off against at the end of the movie? Is it Ra's al Ghul, Vigo the Carpathian, Legion, or Gozer the Gozerian? The correct answer here is Gozer the Gozerian. Now, the apartment building the characters Dana Barrett and Louis Tully live in also serves as the location for the final standoff between the Ghostbusters and Gozer. Now, on what floor do Dana and Louis reside? Is it the 22nd, 18th, 20th, or the 23rd?
Dana Barrett and Louis Tully reside on the 22nd floor. Now, in order for a Gozer to enter a world, a ritual needs to be performed by two demigod minions, one being the gatekeeper and the other is the keymaster. What is the name of the demigod known as the gatekeeper, played in the movie by Sigourney Weaver? Is it Zool, Belus, Agnes, or Ordu? Now, the gatekeeper's correct name is Zool. What was the name of the chosen destructor that Gozer sends down based upon Ray's thoughts? Was it Mr. Jetpuffed, the Michelin Man, Krispy Kreme, or Mr. Stay Puffed? Of course, the 112-foot demonic Marshmallow Man's name is Mr. Stay Puffed, or just the Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man. Louis Tully, the accountant that lives on the same floor of the apartment building as Dana Barrett, was played by Rick Moranis of SCTV fame, and the part was originally offered to another SCTV alumni. Was that Martin Short, Eugene Levy, John Candy, or Dave Thomas? If you chose John Candy, you are correct. John Candy had previously worked with Harold Ramis in both Stripes and Vacation, and was the first choice of actor to play Louis Tully. However, John Candy wanted a larger part in the story and had different ideas on the direction to take Tully. So ultimately the part went to Moranis. At one point in the movie, hired Ghostbuster Winston Zeddemore makes a comment about how much he's being paid and says it's not enough. What did he say his salary was? Was it $11,500, $15,000, $16,500, or $10,000? $11,500 per year is the correct answer. Now, considering the amount of danger involved with the job and the fact that the median U.S. income that year was higher than that, I would totally agree with his sentiment. What is on the license plate of the Ghostbusters 1959 Cadillac that they used for the business? Is it Bustin', Slimed, No Ghost, or Ecto-1? Of course, the correct answer here is Ecto-1, a reference to the ectoplasm that ghosts leave behind in the physical world. So how did you do? Please share your score in the comments section. I hope you all aced it. Now, I absolutely loved Ghostbusters, and I can still remember seeing it in the theater back in 1984. As a 13-year-old kid at the time, it had just the right elements to be both funny and just a little bit scary. Now, I look forward to reading your comments. Also, I would greatly appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to my channel, where I talk about the movies.
That's Steven Sunstorm. My good stuff buddy Dave Sunstorm's brother. Be sure to check out his channel. I have dropped his link in the chat. As I always do, most people, I try to drop everybody's link in the chat, because I think you should check out everybody's channel. And if you like it, you should subscribe. And if you don't like it, fuck it. You know how it goes, right, guys? And I see that I haven't got that many people in my stream tonight, as I usually do. That's kind of sad and depressing. But it kind of goes with the day Daddy Dan has had. So I'll give you episode 3 of the Monster Squad. And I hope you enjoy it. The few people who's actually watching. And I appreciate you for coming. I really do. Be sure to drop your link in the chats. And I'll show another video or two after this last full-length presentation. Episode 3 of the Monster Squad. As promised. And next week, I'll show episode 4. But I only may show one episode and show some other stuff, since people don't seem to be really jumping on the Monster Squad the way I thought they would. I feel disappointed. I really do. This episode is entitled The Tickler.
I work as night watchman here at Fred's Waxing Den to put myself through criminology powers. It used to be very lonely until recently when I plugged in my crime computer. Suddenly, oscillating vibrations brought to life three legendary monsters. Dracula, the werewolf, and Frankenstein. Creatures hated and feared for centuries, now determined to make up for their past misbehaving by fighting crime wherever they find it. Together, we're the Monster Squad. You guys knew the kind of day that I had.
What's wrong? You really look upset.
Upset? That is hardly the word for it. If not for clean living and eating my cereal until I see the words all gone in the bottom of my bowl, I would be suffering a complete physical, mental, and emotional breakdown.
Gee, what's wrong?
Well, you might ask. Today, I went to the supermarket and suffered the most embarrassing, humiliating experience of my brief life.
You got caught squeezing the toilet tissue.
No! I got caught trying to pass a counterfeit dollar bill.
What's the matter with it? There's George Washington in the front.
Oh, yes, but there is Martha Washington's picture on the back.
Squad, somewhere out there, evildoers are printing this counterfeit money.
How do we stop them?
First, we put this into the crime computer and find out who those culprits are. Then we find a way to stop them. Now that's strange. Clowns. Clown.
Wait a moment. Why does clown have such a familiar ring?
Drac, you're right. You are so right. Clown. Who is the man who never laughs? The man with the heart of a fiend and the face of a clown.
You mean...
Yes, the tickler.
Wait.
The man who cannot laugh and therefore plays cruel jokes on society, hoping that each new evil deed will be the one to start him giggling.
I remember. He used to sneak into restaurants and spell naughty words with the alphabet soup.
This counterfeiting is the worst joke of all. This could wreck the economy of our nation. It could destroy the World Bank and bring down financial ruin on every single country. The ensuing poverty would bring chaos and warfare. It would be the end of civilization as we know it.
Oh my God, somebody put something in the chat. Come on, pass the fuck out.
There's only one thing that will make me laugh. And that
Jesus.
gas. This terrifying event on the Monster Squad. They will pay for putting me in prison. They will pay and pay and pay.
How are you going to do it, Tickler?
It has already commenced. The counterfeiting has attracted their attention with their uncanny sense of detection. They will discover that I am the evildoer.
You want them to know that?
Come on home. You see, they have the strange compulsive desire to protect society. So they'll come after me. But like spiders, we will spin a treacherous web and catch those fly.
Now, squad, we know they passed the counterfeit money here, here, and then later here. Now, let's see what that gives us. Yeah. factory here, the used car lot here, and Lapland here. Seems obvious, doesn't it?
Not to me.
Lapland. I would think that the tickler could be tickled, though not to the point of laughter, by hiding out at a place called Lapland.
Okay, squad, let's get aboard our van. We've got to save our country. Won't be long until the monster squad arrives right here, and I will have my revenge. Oh, if I could do it, I would laugh such a dirty laugh.
We have visitors. I wonder who it could be.
It's so hard to get good help these days. Did you ever see such an hideous face? Only when I brush my teeth. Don't we look funny? It looks ugly.
We're so lucky. Alas, I am doomed never to see myself in the mirror. Maybe it's not here. Why don't we go get ourselves a sandwich? Wait a minute. Let me exercise my nasal power. I smell hamburgers and onions.
Maybe they're having dinner.
Hey, look, the tickler's hideout. Maybe it's the trick to throw us off. Let us proceed. Cautiously.
Now. Hey, fellas, wait for me.
Sanjay, brother.
Don't strain yourself, Mr. Stein. The tickler. Those bars are made of milk of magnesium alloy, mixed with diamond steel, and the strongest substance known to mankind. Library paste. Library paste. It's useless to attempt to free yourselves. No muscle, human or inhuman, can bend those bars. You can't hold us, tickler. We'll find a way out of this. Revenge is sweet. And I will exact full payment for every grievous moment I suffered during my incarceration. This is but a first step. Placing you in a cage where all monsters belong. Oh,
What are we going to do to them, tickler?
we'll keep them alive until Walt, their upstart little leader, comes searching for them. They are the bait. He is the big fish I crave. No use, Frank. Library paste.
Wait. It is up to me to get us out.
Right. You can change into a bat and fly through the bars.
Fear not, my friends. I will bring us help. Here goes. Sayonara. Tickler, that bat, Dragon's loose.
So he is.
Why not, Cullum? Everybody else has.
I got such a headache. Well, you kept banging your head against the wall. I wouldn't. Thank you, Drag.
Well, I give you a moderator for staying this long, buddy.
Save my life. Oh, stop it, Frank. There's one thing I can't stand. It's to see a grown monster cry. That'll be a whole pacifist. We are going out for a short time. You might write goodbye letters, or you might quietly contemplate the monstrous action you took to put me in prison, and whether it will be worth the price you now pay as I wreak my revenge. When I return, you will feel the full brunt of my pent-up anger, and then you will glow, oh, so slowly. What are we going to do, Tickler? The three of them will be placed on the feather machine. The feather machine? Oh, goody! As a semi-interested party, may I ask, what is the feather machine? It is a machine so simple in design, yet so diabolical. It would tickle you into oblivion. I can't stand tickling. I wish it was pinching. Pinching isn't so bad. We must get Walter immediately. I'll call him. Cover me. Walt. Come in, Walt. 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 Sure hope that does it. Okay, computer. Let's run it up the flagpole and see if anyone salutes. Maybe I can get an update on the guys now. Oh no! My poor monsters are in trouble. I've got to save them. You know, many people feel that dogs are man's best friend. That's because they never knew monsters. Tickler, you are truly a villain. And you, Dracula, what are you? What about the infamous things you have done? Those are trivial things. A mere nip on the neck now and again. You tickle us into the hereafter. That isn't nice. Won't be long, huh, boss? We shall see. I waited long for my revenge, but I'm still not laughing. My hope lies in the feather machine. It'll work, boss. It'll work. It better. Those feathers will come from a giant cuckoo bird. In flight. And in the middle of a very loud cuckoo. I look forward to your shrieks of laughter. Nothing can save you now. Shut up! When you laugh, I can't hear them laugh. While they will succumb to this torture, then I'll be happy and laughing hysterically. It's a perfect way for them to go. We shall see. As they say, always leave them laugh. Oh, I don't know how much more of this I can take. They have more stamina than I believe. Speed up the feathers. Tickler, I'll confess! Confess? I haven't asked you to confess anything. But I know a lot of gossip. I thought you might be interested. I'll We'll put 3 feathers on it.
All right, triple tickle. Tickler, you devil. You've made them delirious.
Right. It is the last stage before they go unconscious. The tickling will continue when they will weaken little by little. Their armpits will be the first to go.
Free them immediately, or I will be forced to use everything in my vast knowledge of criminology.
Textbook rubbish cannot defeat the genius of the natural criminal mind.
That's where you're wrong. This book has what it takes to foil you. A compact laser. It hasn't been invented yet, but I use it anyway.
Sounds rare. I've underestimated this man you who drinks milk, eats fresh vegetables, and attends baseball games with the YMCA not okay. Give up, Walt. You're a loser.
It is you who should give up, Tickler. Notice I do everything by the book. Boy, I bet you guys are glad to see me, huh?
With our blow-up balloon bats.
Did you fist fight when you were a kid? What are you doing?
I'm howling at the full moon.
But there isn't any full moon.
Sure there is. Right up there.
I'm coming, Drac.
Not on your coward, Hosel. This is a fight to the finish. The classic contest between good and evil. The angel versus the devil.
You shall suffer the consequences.
I turn to act. Will you get involved?
No,
Why don't you stop laughing? Why are you not being tickled?
because I have heard of your infamous feather machine. It can't affect me.
Why not?
Because I'm wearing a tickle repellent body stocking.
He's laughing. Mr. Rich finally laughing. He is very glad.
Yes, but he was the last to laugh. And he who laughs the best.
I thank you very much. But that's enough, please.
No, Tickler, you need to laugh and laugh until all the meanness and nastiness is flushed out of your system.
But what if I can't stop laughing? I can't go on laughing forever.
That's all right. We have an antidote. It's called crying.
Then give me some crying, please. I know I've done wrong. I'll be good from now on. I'll vote. I won't drive over 55. And I won't be a little one. Stop the tickling.
All right. You've had enough tickling to reform you. But while you're waiting for the police, you might remind yourself that while you can't cash in on a heart of gold, it's worth a lot more than $1 million in counterfeit money.
What does that mean, Walt? What you said?
I don't know, Frank, but it seemed the right thing to say at the time.
I just don't understand how anyone could get to be as mean as the tickler. Yeah. What could have caused him to have such a twisted mind?
Who knows, Frank?
our work will never be done.
Oh, you sound so downhearted, Walt. Maybe we better get the feather machine and tickle you into a happier mood.
Everybody needs a laugh once in a while, Bruce.
I had one once when I worked for a sword swallower at the circus. Why'd you quit? He got the hiccups and pinned me to the wall.
That is fun.
You've been watching episode 2 and episode 3 of the Monster Squad. Greetings, Lucky Smith. Thanks for joining me tonight. My good friend Lucky Smith. He has the words of wisdom. You'll find his link in the chat. Be sure to check out Lucky Smith. As a matter of fact, sometime slightly after Thanksgiving, I'm going to donate a whole show to Lucky Smith. And you'll be able to check out lots of his words of wisdom. His channel's one of my favorite channels on YouTube. So go ahead and get a jump. Be sure to check him out, as you'll find his link in the chat. You'll also find a link in the chat for my really good friend, my partner in crime, Thrash. Pondo Pond. And one day in the future, we will be doing a show together, me and Thrash Pondo Ponds, and you can find his link in the description. And I recommend you all check out that show. We'll be doing like really cool movies, and we'll be sitting in the little corner like them robots on Mystery Science Theater 3000, making cracks and jokes about them, and we'll do some other really cool stuff about really cool TV shows and movies from the past. So I'm going to whoop out one of my friend Thrash Pondo Ponds, and once again, you can find his link in the chat. I put it in there a while ago, as he talks about some creepy classics from the past. And I always give him a holler, even though he's not joining me in my live stream tonight. But I want to welcome my friend Corey's Comedy Channel. I really like Corey's Comedy Channel. Corey, be sure to drop your link in the chat, because, buddy, I consider you the good stuff, too. And one day I'll be doing these live streams on my channel, Duddy Dan's The Good Stuff. So be sure to check that out too, and I'm sure that link's in the description somewhere. So I'm going to fire up some Thrash Pondo Ponds while I go mix me another mixed drink and prepare to make this a long night for Daily Dan.
Hi, good evening, folks. Thrash Pondo here, and I'm asking you, as always, to like, subscribe, forward, and all those other nice things. Now I shall move on to my content. Yes, I'm sure as many of you recall, I recently did something I will now refer to as one of my creepy classics. This is a top 40 song that, while it seems on the surface to be a happy, fun, sing-songy song, on closer examination, it's actually kind of disturbed and unsettling. And the last one was actually very well received. I received some very positive feedback from many of you. Some feedback that was not quite so positive as the very positive. But one thing I asked is that for people to make other suggestions towards songs which could fit into this category. And remarkably, there were more than I envisioned. One in particular, and this is a friend of channel post, I guess you could call it. It goes out to Mr. Led, who suggested the 1970 one-hit wonder song, Timothy. And anyway, Mr. Led, thank you very much. Also thank you to Mrs. Led and all the little depleted uraniums. But this is kind of a very interesting song. As I did some research, I found that it yielded a virtual cornucopia of trivial information, which I will now share with you in as coherent an order as possible. First off, the plot of the song is something that we're not unfamiliar with. Miners suffering from a cave-in in the spirit of Big John, or even the Jerry Reed song, She Got the Gold Mine and I Got the Shaft. But in this case, what happens is 3 miners are stuck behind and eventually start to succumb to starvation. And it's odd because it's this very sort of happy and intense and upbeat song, very similar to Billy Don't Be a Hero, which could also constitute a valid place at this type of venue, but I'll have to save that for a later post. What makes this one especially creepy is as they succumb to starvation, they come up with an interesting concept. As it was once said in the old 80s English cult show, the young ones, what's the definition of hunger? Too many people, not enough food. All you have to do is change the ratios. And effectively that's what they do. The narrative singer passes out from lack of food, wakes up wondering where his friend Timothy is, and with a full stomach. Supposedly he's blocked the whole thing out. Whether or not we can believe that, it doesn't really matter. But again, it's the time-old problem of succumbing to starvation and then kicking yourself afterwards. Now, a few interesting things about this song. It was written by Rupert Holmes, who gave us the Pina Colada song, possibly the nicest song about infidelity and doing very unsanitary things on Cape Cod beaches, to my knowledge. And again, he tended to write very upbeat songs that have kind of grim inner meanings. But what really struck me as amazing in this case, or at least synchronistic, is that he actually named one of his sons Timothy. I'm sure that was an unrelated matter. Moving forward, one of the funny things, moving forward from this project is, it reminded me of an old film that I knew a friend of mine had given me years ago. The cut arm, the missing arm, the disarm. And I actually did some digging, and I actually found, it's called The Severed Arm, I want to say from 1973. And it's a shockingly similar plot. Some spelunkers doing research in an abandoned mine inadvertently cause a cave-in, start to succumb to starvation, and sever one of their compatriots' arms to serve to nourish them. They are almost instantly then rescued, making the severing of said arm completely superfluous, and long story short, the arm then goes on a quest of revenge. I didn't say it was a good plot. Also, it's not particularly original. There have actually been a lot of movies and TV shows about severed hands coming back for revenge. Of course, shout out to Ken Wilkinson. One of my favorite Doctor Who of the Tom Baker years was the Hand of Death. Eldrad must live. Ooh, I almost knocked my backing down on that one. But anyway, one thing I just wanted to bring, rather than go through all of them, was one in particular that I thought was very, very interesting. Was to those of you old school horror sci-fi film buffs who might just remember the was it 1959, 1960 film, The Crawling Hand. Again, spacecraft crashes, boy becomes possessed by it and goes on a quest for revenge. Not really sure. It's more of a teen angst film than an actual sci film, but regardless, one of the classic scenes involved when the boy is in sort of possessed fugue state. He stumbles upon the local soda shop where he sees the proprietor cleaning up and assaults him. And over the course of the attack, the jukebox gets bumped, turns on, and starts playing Papa Ooh Mow Mow by the Rivingtons. Ooh Mow Mow, Papa Ooh Mow Mow. Say Papa Ooh Mow. It's copywritten, so I better stop right there. The coolest thing about this is it became a trope, as the kids say these days, which we've seen later in future sci-fi and horror venues, where you have a very grim experience going on camera, but a very sort of up-tempo, or at least not rhythmically appropriate song in the background. For you X-Files fans out there, the very controversial episode Home, when the family of killers goes on a killing jag, in the background they're playing the Carpenters' Rainy Days and Mondays. Well, being killed by a family of mutants will always bring me down. And of course in Shaun of the Dead, where they're taking up the zombie in the pub to the tune of Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now by Queen. So again, just as I was doing this song, it just seemed like it brought up all kinds of little pop culture gems that I thought I would share with you. So, did I leave any out? Are there any movies about severed hands that you wish I had covered? Wouldn't you give your hand to a friend? Let me know in the comments section. I'd be happy to do more, or less, as the case may be. In any event, this is all I got for you folks tonight. Be safe, be careful, be good, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all again very, 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 very soon. Peace.
That's my friend, Thrash Pondo Pons, my partner in crime, as I call him. Be sure to check him out. I have dropped his link in the chat. And I want to give a special shout out to my friend Sonny Stormy. I love you dearly. Thanks for sharing out my stream. And once again, I got a friend named Corey. And my friend named Corey is in the chat. Be sure to check out his channel. I dropped a link. As a matter of fact, Corey just come out with a video. What was it? The Am I Dreaming video. I thought that was really great, Corey. But the one I liked the best you come out with lately was the hilarious one-liners. It was great. I liked it. I laughed a lot. Hey, guess what? Since you're in the chat, and it is a show and grow, and you did show, and you want to grow, what do you say? We play one of your videos, brother.
Hey, it's Corey's Comedy Channel. Hope you're having an awesome day. Got a few jokes for you. You may or may not know that after all these years, I think I finally found the one. It's right beside the 2 on my keyboard. Who is this guy? Now, yesterday, actually,
This guy is so funny.
She gave me a lump in my throat. She was a karate instructor. Did you guys know that married men actually live longer than bachelors? Yeah. So if you want to die a slow death, get married. Hey. All love for each other. You guys keep singing and keep smiling, and we're going to see you on the next video.
That was legitimate.
What the heck? Hello, this is Corey's Comedy Channel.
Yeah, is this Corey's Comedy Channel?
That's what I said, Corey's Comedy Channel.
Okay. Yeah, can I tell you a joke?
You going to tell me a joke?
Okay.
Is it clean?
Yeah, and it's a good one, too. Okay, why was there hay on the basketball court? Because someone was playing horse.
You know, if I had your material, I'd be going places.
One more for you. Yeah, what do you call a pig with no legs? A groundhog.
call here.
A few moments later.
Hello, this is Donnie's Comedy Channel. Or, excuse me, Corey's Comedy Channel.
Hey, yeah, is this Corey's Comedy Channel?
That's what I just said.
Okay.
Yeah, Corey, he's taking a break. I told him take 5, be back in 10, and I'll see you in 15.
Okay, well, can I tell you a joke and then you tell him?
Okay, make it quick.
Okay, yeah, I got a joke that will tickle your fancy, if you like to have your fancy tickled.
Are you sitting on a feather? Sounds like you're sitting on a feather.
Okay, a weasel goes into the bar, and the bartender says, hey, wow, I never saw a weasel in a bar before. What will it be, Mr. Weasel? Pop goes the weasel.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time. Hey, look at that. I'm getting a phone call.
A few moments later.
Corey's Comedy Channel.
Hey, yeah, is this Donnie's Comedy Channel?
No, this is Corey's Comedy Channel. It's not Donnie's Comedy Channel. Corey's Comedy Channel.
I thought it was Donnie's Comedy Channel. I thought Donnie was telling the jokes.
He might think it's his channel. He just fills in for me. A lot of times I'm busy.
Oh, okay. Well, can I tell you a joke?
Okay, yeah, I got a second. Make it quick.
Well, here's the one for you now. My ex-wife, she joined a woman's self-help group for compulsive talkers. Yeah, it's called Anon. Have you heard of it? She just goes on and 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 on.
God. I love this stuff.
Hey, what happened? Fatality.
Hey guys, my name is Daryl. I'm Donnie's brother, filled in for Bartholomew, Corey's Comedy Channel. But a lot of people ask me, they say, how do you know, Daryl, if you're drinking too much coffee? Well, after you drink a couple, 2 or 3 pots of coffee, and you find yourself licking the coffee pot clean, you're absolutely positively drinking too much coffee. After you drink a couple pots of coffee, and you find yourself chewing on other people's fingernails, undoubtedly you're drinking too much coffee. Let's say you're on a treadmill, and you're running on the treadmill for 45 minutes, and then you realize it's not plugged in, you're probably drinking too much coffee.
When you go snow skiing, if you find yourself skiing uphill, irrefutably you're drinking too much coffee.
Guys, if you can make it to work in under 5 minutes and you forget your car, unquestionably you're drinking too much coffee. If you guys are soaking your dentures in coffee, absolutely positively you're drinking too much coffee.
Bartholomew here, filling in for Corey's Comedy Channel. I gotta tell you something. I've had a real strange week. Monday I dreamt that I was a fish and I was swimming in my sleep for 8 hours. And when I woke up, boy, were my gills tired.
What happened was, real strange week. Tuesday I dreamt that I was eating shredded wheat, and when I woke up, there was a hole in my mouth. Real strange week. But Wednesday what happened was, I dreamt that I was eating spaghetti, and when I woke up, my pajama string was missing.
It's even crazier because on Thursday I dreamt that I was a mosquito in a mannequin factory, and what did I wake up with the buzz? This is funny to you.
Friday, you know what happened? Friday, my insomnia was so bad I couldn't even sleep at work. Saturday, I ate some yeast and some car wax before I went to bed, and boy did I rise and shine. And then on Sunday, I actually took a sleeping pill with some laxative, and I slept like a log, and when I woke up, I was in the fireplace.
Well, thank you, Corey. I appreciate that. That was just some awesome comedy stuff. So be sure to let me know what you think about Corey's Comedy Channel in the comments below or in the chat if you're live. Hey, Corey, I think you're a really funny dude. And I check your stuff out quite a lot. It's true. I do. And I appreciate everybody who joined me today, especially my friends over at the Paranormal Highway. So you know what I'm going to do now as we winding down the show and it's getting close to the end. And I'm not even sure how much longer my power is going to hold up. I'm going to show the first episode from the Paranormal Highway cartoon. Be sure to check out the full cartoon episodes. They've got like 4 or 5 out now. And I'm about to send him a really big donation so I can be in one too. And it means a lot to be in a paranormal highway cartoon. If you're not in a paranormal highway cartoon, you're just not. You're just not freaking nobody, man. You're just not cool. So you got to donate money. And you got to be in a paranormal highway cartoon. I'm going to do it because I've got to be in a paranormal highway cartoon. Boom. This is going to happen. So check this out. Featuring Bigfoot Anon. Unidentified as 4. And Eric. Right there's Eric. From Paranormal Highway. One of my favorite channels.
Bigfoot casts are taking forever to dry out.
No problem, dude. I know there's a shortcut on Paranormal Highway Road.
Oh, awesome. I have so much to talk about.
Oh, I bet you do.
Eric, there's this gator that has 2 toes. He's 24 feet long. His name is Tom. He's a
Dude, shut up. There's Bigfoot out there. Let's go talk to him, man. Come on, let's go.
Take it slow, man. Be easy.
Hey, we want you for this show. We want to show people you exist.
Hey, and we have jerky, too.
You got jerky, too?
So, Barry, what brings you out of the woods? Where are you from, man?
Comes from Boggy Creek.
Oh, man, you're far from there, dude.
Oh, it was a unicorn out there. I'm not even kidding. Holy crap, there's a unicorn in front of me. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Oh, that was close.
They say the horn brings good luck. Magical powers. Hey, Barry, you were right about that unicorn. Know anything else about the mythical woods?
Yeah, man, that's Medusa. Do not look in her eyes. She will turn you to stone.
Eric, be careful.
Hey, Medusa, we're doing a live show on the Paranormal Highway Show. I want to show the world that you exist. How about it?
Oh, man, what's this happening?
Guys, I love the show, man. I want you guys to hang out. In fact, I want to play you guys on my planet.
Oh, wow. I can't wait to check out your planet. You got girls there?
Hey, guys, you're going to have a great time on my planet. We're going to blow some things up.
What's there to do? What's there to drink?
Lots of smoke, lots of drinks. Don't worry about that.
What's that red light? What's in front of us? Are those meteorites? Oh, no!
Don't worry about this. He's got this.
Take cover!
I'm saying, man, you guys are just freaking out for no reason. No worries, man. No worries.
No!
Easy. This is not a problem, man. This happens every day. Hey, guys, I'm happy you're here. I want you to introduce you to this guy. His name is Oracle. He's going to be the one torturing you while you're here. Oh, by the way, we have a mission.
And that's my friend Eric's channel. It's called Paranormal Highway. You'll find the link in the chat. You'll find a lot of links in the chat. You'll find Paranormal Highways in the chat, and you should subscribe to that. He's got like 4 or 5 parts of this cartoon out. And if you join me on the Daddy Dan blog Saturday night for my show, where I talk about Bigfoot and cryptids and paranormal stuff, I'll probably show some more parts of the Paranormal Highway cartoons. I like to show them. I'm actually going to make a donation to Paranormal Highway so I can be in a cartoon. Be sure to check out my friend Corey's comedy channel. I dropped his link in the chat too. Sunny Stormy, you should drop your link, girl. You know you're really cool with the Daily Dan. And I dropped a link for my new comic book channel called The Fat Comic Book Guy. Be sure to check that out. Check me out on Daddy Dan's The Good Stuff. Be sure to check out my friend Lucky Smith, and I'll even try my very best. And I will try, I promise, Lucky Smith, to show a Lucky Smith video on 13 o'clock live with Daddy Dan. Daddy Dan's about 3 mixed drinks in, and his phone's flashing battery low, and it's been a long night. So I appreciate everybody for joining me here tonight. I appreciate everybody who actually came by and chatted. be sure to drop your links in the chat now. And I'm going to find something really cool. And I'm going to play us out with my friend Pat McCormick. You know Pat McCormick, he does the theme for 13 O'Clock Live with Daddy Dan. And he does a lot of other stuff too. So I thought, since Pat McCormick's like the coolest musician on earth who has his own channel called The Golden Rage of TV, and I'm going to put that link in the chat, and he does a lot of really cool stuff like me and Dave and Thrash, and you should check him out. And be sure to check him out and give him a subscribe. And you'll love the stuff he does. As a matter of fact, this is the Lost in Space theme playing me out tonight by my friend Pat McCormick. And you'll see him play the theme song, Wrist Thrill Kill, for 13 O'Clock Live with Daddy Dan this Saturday night at 12:45 a.m. after Saturday Night Live. Be sure to join me as we look at some Bigfoot stuff and some paranormal stuff. And I drop links and show videos from all the paranormal encrypted channels in my Bigfoot community. But right now you're watching my good stuff community.
Greetings, fellow classic.
Good night, all.
Today I'll be performing my arrangement of the second original.
Thank you, Pat McCormick.
It was composed by the legendary John Williams. While many of you may be familiar with his classic movie themes, such as Star Wars, Jaws, Superman, E.T., as well as most, if not all, of the Spielberg blockbusters, you might not realize he was also a prolific TV theme composer.
I never dreamed of such a thing.
Johnny Williams, as he was credited in his early work, was also responsible for the themes on TV shows such as Wagon Train, Ben Casey, Land of the Giants, and Time Tunnel.
Okay, fine. He did some movies and TV shows, but it's not like he's won any awards, right?
As one of the most highly recognized and revered composers in modern entertainment history, John has been awarded 24 Grammys, 5 Emmys, and 4 Golden Globes. In addition to winning 5 Oscars, Williams is one of the most nominated individuals in Academy history, second only to Walt Disney.
Oh.
I think it's about time he got some recognition from us, too.
I hope you enjoy my arrangement of this classic television theme.